perceive that Botham Jean was a deadly threat?
Yes, sir.
Again, that's the lead investigator in this case. But that was outside the presence of the jury, and the judge did not permit that testimony to be done in front of the jury because witnesses cannot testify about the ultimate fact. They can't give an opinion on whether someone is guilty or not guilty. No witness can do that. But this is the lead investigator. Let me bring back to my think tank. Todd Shapiro, you are in Dallas. The lead investigator, the Texas Ranger, says there should be no charges in this case. There shouldn't even be a trial. Your thoughts about that fact?
Well, two things. One, I don't agree with the lead investigator not being able to testify as to the ultimate issue. That happens all the time when the lead investigator testifies for the prosecution. In fact, in almost every case that I've ever been involved in, the investigator that's in charge of filing the case and investigating the case that supports the state's theory on the prosecution almost always gets on the witness stand and testifies in favor of why the defendant committed the crime. So it happens all the time.
They don't give an opinion that the defendant is guilty of murder or the defendant had
absolutely.
They do?
Absolutely they do. They're the ones that made the arrest. They're the ones that brought the charge. They're the ones that filed the case. So of course they make the opinion that the defendant is guilty. It happens in every single case. Secondly, what an odd occurrence when you have the lead investigator who's in charge of the investigation, in charge of filing the case, of bringing the case to the grand jury, that then takes the witness stand in the second or the third day of testimony, one of the state's witnesses, and says, I don't think this person committed a crime. I can't recall, in my experience, ever seeing that happen at any time, let alone in a case of this magnitude.
It's a big moment for the defense.
Remarkable testimony.
In my experience, I mean, of course, the witnesses cannot testify to the ultimate issue. That is the exact purpose of the jury. And going back to what the lead investigator testified to, of course it was reasonable that she walked into that apartment. I think they said that some 15, 20 people had done the exact same
23%.
thing. 23%.
I put their key in the wrong one.
So, of course, it's reasonable. I don't even think there were numbers on the door. And so it was extremely reasonable. But now the issue is, was it reasonable for that amount of force in that situation? Do you respond in that way when the lights are off, when you're that tired? Do you just take your gun out without really turning the lights on to figure out what's going on?
I also think it's very telling that all this happened in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So if what the prosecution was saying is their standard operating procedure